Virginia takes on James Madison, 6:30 p.m. Eastern start time. The Virginia Cavaliers are -4.5, totals 124. We're 4-2 in our last 6 board member tier package picks on BrockPage.com. And if you want to see which one of these free YouTube picks on my channel that I'm actually betting on personally, there's only one way to do that, and that's to sign up for a membership on my website at BrockPage.com. We're also hitting at 70% in our last 10 underdog tier package picks on that very same website. And if you want to access today's underdog tier package pick, it's only going to cost you just $4.99. We currently have over 815 members who are signed up and active on that site. And if you want to access every single pick that I give out on my webpage, make sure you sign up for my board member tier package picks on BrockPage.com. And as good as JMU's been this season, they are going up against a Virginia squad who allows just 56 points a game, and they're holding their opponents to just 39% shooting from the field. As a matter of fact, the Cavaliers lead the entire country in fewest second-half points allowed. They're holding their opponents to just 27 second-half points a game. Now, scoring-wise, Jaden Gardner's averaging over 14 points a game along with 7 rebounds. Meanwhile, Kihei Clark is averaging double-digit points a night himself, along with 2 boards, 4 assists. Or is that Kai? I'm not really sure. But anyway, Clark is also making over 94% of his free throws. And he also finds himself drilling 43% of his three-pointers. Now, Virginia's garnered themselves marquee victories over the likes of Pitt, Providence, and Georgia. They're taking on a JMU team who failed to cover in 2 out of their last 4 qualifying contests. Failures to cover against Murray State and Kent State during that span. The Dukes are also shooting just 31% from three-land, and they're making only 69% of their free throws at home. Now, total-wise, Virginia's gone 2-0 to the over in their last couple of ball games. The Cavaliers saw a contest with Pitt, Iowa, Radford, and Navy all get over the number this year as well. I'm going to lean toward Virginia -4.5 over 124. Next ball game, it is going to be Michigan versus Nebraska, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Michigan's -7, totals 140, but despite being favored in this one, the Michigan Wolverines have not been stellar offensively. They're averaging only 69 points a game, and they're shooting only 32% from beyond the arc. Now, equally as bad, Michigan's making only 66% of their foul shots as a team. They failed to cover in 4 out of their last 6, and they're averaging just 62 points a game away from home. Now, they're taking on a Nebraska team who's been pretty good in front of their home fans. They're 5-2 straight up at the Pinnacle Bank Arena. And they also went 4-2 against the spread in their last 6 ball games at any location. Bryce McGowan scoring over 17 points a game along with 6 rebounds. Meanwhile, Alonzo Verge is scoring 15 points a game along with 5 boards, 5 assists. The Cornhuskers are averaging nearly 40 second-half points a game. Meanwhile, defensively, they're limiting their opponents to just 39% shooting from the field at home. Now, total-wise, Nebraska's 3-1 to the over in their last 4, 4-2 to the over in their last 6. Meanwhile, Michigan saw their most recent outing with San Diego State get over the number themselves. I'm going to lean toward Nebraska +7 over 140. Next contest, Texas Tech versus Tennessee. 7 o'clock Eastern start time at Madison Square Garden. The Tennessee Volunteers are -4, totals 137. But as good as the Vols have been, they failed to cover the number against the likes of Tennessee Tech and Tennessee Martin this season. The Vols have also struggled somewhat in guarding the 3-ball. They're taking on a 6-1 Texas Tech program who has no problem scoring. The Red Raiders are averaging over 85 points a game, and they're making nearly 50% of their field goals. Terry Shannon scoring 16.5 points per contest, a couple assists and 44% shooting from three-land. Meanwhile, Kevin McCullough is healthy again He's dropping 14 points a night along with 5 boards, couple assists. Now defensively, the Red Raiders are allowing only 59 points a game, and they lead the entire country in defensive rebounding. Now total-wise, Texas Tech's last 2 straight did get over the posted number, 5-2 to the over for the entire season. Meanwhile, Tennessee has gone 4-3 to the over for the entire year themselves. I'm going to lean toward Texas Tech +4 over 137. Next matchup, it is going to be Villanova versus Syracuse, 9:30 Eastern tip-off at Madison Square Garden as well. Villanova's -8.5, totals 143. The Wildcats are on a 3-game winning streak. Their only losses this season were against Purdue and UCLA. The Wildcats are doing a great job of shooting the basketball. They're averaging 80 points a game and drilling nearly 43% of their three-pointers. Matter of fact, Villanova is currently in the top 10 in the country in offensive three-point percentage. Colin Gillespie is scoring nearly 18 points a game, 3 rebounds, 3.5 assists for the guard. Gillespie's also draining 47% of his 3 balls. Meanwhile, Justin Moore is scoring 15 points a game himself, along with 5 boards, 3 assists. Moore's drilling 40% of his 3-pointers as well. Now defensively, the Cats are allowing only 25 first-half points per contest. They're currently in the top 10 in the nation in that particular category. They're squaring off against a Syracuse team who lost 3 out of their last 6, with embarrassing losses against the likes of Virginia Commonwealth and Colgate. Matter of fact, the Orange scored just 55 total points against VCU, and they gave up 100 points to Colgate. And really, if you think about it, it's been the defensive play of Syracuse that's really hurt the Orange this season. They're giving up 43 second-half points a game on average. They've also struggled to get rebounds defensively. When it comes to the total in this one, Syracuse saw 5 out of their last 8 get over the number, 3-1 to the over in their last 4. Meanwhile, Villanova saw 4 out of their last 7 get over the posted total themselves, throwing out that St. Joe's game. Give me Villanova -8.5 over 143. And with that, guys, now it's time for our quick pick recap, powered to you by my website at brockpage.com, where we are 4-2 in our last 6 board member tier package picks. I like Virginia -4.5 over 124. Nebraska +7 over 140. Texas Tech +4 over 137. Villanova -8.5 over 143. As far as all the other games go, I like Rhode Island -15 under 138. Providence -6.5 over 128. Yale -13 over 138. Bradley +5 under 144.5. Brown -2.5 under 120. Princeton -12 over 150.5. LaSalle, I have LaSalle -10. Are they -10 or +10? I like LaSalle against the number over 144.5. Florida Gulf Coast -4.5 under 139. Give me Winthrop +2 over 154. Georgia -9.5 under 130. George Mason -5 under 129. East Carolina -10.5 under 139. Oakland -2.5 over 148. William & Mary +8 under 126. Kentucky Wildcats -30 under 146.5. UMASS +2 over 140 and a hook. St. Louis -2 over 149.5. Tulane -2.5 over 150. Missouri -18 over 126.5. South Dakota +10 under 141. Vanderbilt -8 over 132.5. Kansas -18 over 141. DePaul -8 over 143.5. Butler +10 under 126. Charlotte +18 over 143. Tulsa -3.5 over 133. Santa Clara -16 under 134.5. North Dakota State +5 over 132. Boise State minus 13.5 under 126. USC minus 16.5 over 152. And before I give you my next and final free pick for the video, one final reminder that we are 4-2 in our last 6 board member tier package picks on brockpage.com. We're also hitting at 70% in our last 10 underdog tier package picks on that very same website. I like North Dakota plus 12 under 140. And with that, guys, now it's time for our shout out of the day. And that's going to go to Mr. Sport, who said yesterday, thank you. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on brockpage.com. If you guys do end up getting a membership here today on that website, just keep in mind you're going to get billed the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. So if you do end up getting a membership here today on brockpage.com, you're going to get access to those picks that you pay for all the way through the end of December. I always tell folks in every single video, the earlier in the month you sign up, the better. And once again, guys, the board member tier package, that's the best package that I offer. If you sign up for the board member tier, you're going to get access to every single pick that I give out on that website all the way through the end of December. It's certainly your best value that I offer. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, guys, happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at brockpage.com.